just realized there's a bird chirping. I am so sorry if you guys hear that. Meep. Meep. Boo, go away. Unless it's a fantail. I love fantails. You guys are so pretty. Oh, I think it was a fantail! I see the fantail! If I don't want to turn the camera because I feel like I'm gonna scare it. No, it's flying away. It's flying away. Never mind. Never mind. I got you so hyped up about this fantail, but never mind. Yep, it did just go away the moment. Now I have to set everything up again. It's a hard knock life for us. Hey guys, it's Amy here, back again with another video. Feminism is something that the media rarely gets right. Not to point fingers or anything, but a particular culprit is this one media giant that seems to own every single organization and is dominating the streaming market, especially right now. But you didn't hear that from me. When it comes to our writing, sometimes feminism is skewed as well. This may happen to us because females ourselves are very used to skewed viewpoints in the media of how females look, or maybe we don't identify as female at all, and so we don't have the correct understanding of how a female should be portrayed. I don't know why I used we. I definitely identify as a female in this point of my life. Let's take my own strong female protagonist, Abby Tacker from ASTER'S CODA Exposure. Out July 22nd, pre-order links in the description. The reason that I wanted to write her was because strong females weren't exactly existent or portrayed correctly, in my opinion, in the media. I wanted to write Abby in the appropriate way so she could be strong and heroic like other males, but still with a female identity. So here is how to write a strong female. Number 1, they must be the ones to solve their own problems. I'm gonna use Disney as an example a lot here in this video, unashamedly. How often in Disney films is the titular female character framed as the protagonist, but some big strong man comes up to solve their problems for them? The answer is too many. The basis for any character is that they have goals or problems that they need to solve. Their victory won't feel earned unless they do it by their own hand. So when their boyfriend ends up solving their problems for them, that says a lot about the society that we live in and how straight white males frame it, huh? It's simple. Any strong character needs to be strong enough to eventually achieve their own goals. They can have help, but ultimately they need to be the one who commits the deed and solves everything. So if your female lead isn't solving the problems, she is barely a lead. Number 2, they don't have to be written in an anti-feminine world. Strong females are often defined by overcoming barriers set by men. But while it's an important story, it's not the only story about females to be told. But the media likes to think so. Hollywood, major book publishers, public interest. You're tiring out a trope by doing this and narrowing down what females are. More so feminists and strong females. The point of feminism is not to let females be defined by their relationship with men, whether that is a romantic relationship or something that they need to overcome. A strong female can conquer more than just the patriarchy. They can conquer something in their own lives, conquer the world, conquer a test. Their strength doesn't solely have to come from the fact that they are a female. Basically, don't have their strength be compared to directly that of a man. In particular, one who is an obstacle for a woman. Compare their strengths as individuals, as humans, as beings. Number 3, they are not warlocks for their girlfriends, boyfriends, or otherwise. If there's one thing a strong female shouldn't be reliant on, it is a partner. Platonic, romantic, or whatever kind of relationship they are in. Because it implies that without their partner, they are weak. And in traditional gendered views, this is how females have been convinced and portrayed to be. I mean, think about a sword. Is it more powerful than the person wielding it? Of course not. A sword has no agency. Its power can only be useful while somebody is holding it and fighting with it. If your strong female does happen to have a romantic interest or a platonic interest, they should not be treated like a sword for their partner to wield and make them stronger. It should be themselves that gives them the power to fight. In a literal sense, not like the metaphorical you are the power in me sort of thing. Your strong female can fight better with your partner, but she should still be able to hold off on her own without them. The last thing we want is a useless heroine. Number 4, if they have a male co-star, they should be their equal at a minimum. I mean, it's the most basic form of feminism. If you don't get this right, you're done fucked up. Feminism is the fair treatment of all genders. The only thing that should define what a character can and can't do is their personality and their morality. If your female star is a damsel in distress at some point, shove your male co-star in a tower being guarded by a dragon too. If your female gets shamed for one action, then your male should be able to be shamed for the same action too. I mean, this is more like me taking stabs at society for these kinds of things. Like Teen Parenthood, why is it that girls always get shamed for getting pregnant when the male is just as responsible for the pregnancy? It's his child too. This even goes for how much control and power a character has in the narrative too. If the male and the female are both equally POVs in the narrative, then they both need to be able to control it just as much as each other. They need to be in equal amounts of control of their personal adversaries. Number 5, strong females can still have feminine qualities. Because feminism is often described as being the equal of a male, feminism is often wrongly associated with the removal of all feminine traits. But feminism isn't linked with being masculine or feminine. It is simply an ideology that seeks that men and women be treated equally. All genders be treated equally. So yes, strong females can still want to take care of their appearance. They can still want to settle down and make a family. They can still be prim and proper. They can embrace what is feminine while also showing great strength. People associate strength with masculinity to the point where strong females reject all that is feminine. If that is all strong females are, that is kind of anti-feminist. It is against society telling them what they should be. They can still be girly if they want to. In fact, it is far more interesting if they are strong and girly. Number 6, remove the male gaze. Feminism being a strong female can include dressing hot, but dressing hot should not be defined by the male gaze. That is, a male being turned on and feeling a little something down there just because of how a female is looking. A famous example of this, the male gaze being turned on and off, is with Harley Quinn. In her debut in Suicide Squad, she is wearing really tight-fitting and impractical clothes that just make her look hot. How revealing everything is, and those high heels, God how tall they are, is causing more hindrance than ease. Compare that to Birds of Prey and she looks way more fun and comfortable while still being able to fight and look absolutely gorgeous doing it. Another classic example is boob plates and chainmail bikinis. Why isn't anything covering her stomach? They may be framed as armor, but it's just showing off boobs. I don't know about other females, but I want to look hot while feeling comfortable. Comfort is always my top priority. That's just an easy way to remove the male gaze. Comfort comes first, looking hot second. And number 7. Feminism does not have to be the key to their character. There's a similar problem that's faced with people of color or people of a different sexual identity, that their story is defined by the prejudice they face. We're starting to see that in movies with females too. I mean, live action Aladdin. Why is there this big feminism song that Jasmine sings when really she was already a strong female in the animated version? She didn't want to be confined to the palace and the expectations set by her father. She was still cunning enough to detect lies from Aladdin. Disney is especially guilty of this and shoehorning feminism into everything that they write. That one Avengers scene in Endgame. It has come to the point now where strong females are not only defined by feminism. Like how there's viewpoints that people of color are only defined by them gaining rights, or queer characters only defined by coming out. That's not how life is. Therefore, a strong female does not have to overcome oppression to be strong. You can be certain that you're gonna see a strong female in my novel ASTER'S CODA Exposure, coming out July 22nd. Pre-order links are in the description. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here. Ring that bell so you can find out when I'll be posting more creative content. You can also check down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my website. Stay creative, everybody, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.